Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 81 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is, of course, going to have many different connections to the prequels and the originals by JJ in order to really treat this film as the culmination of the Skywalker saga, while at the same exact time using this movie as a foundation to create something brand new that builds toward brand new Star Wars lore surrounding the Jedi, the Sith, and the Force overall in general. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for the characters of Rey, Yoda, and Rey's parents. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is said to be in the Lost City, where she is described to be making her way to a place called the Land of Warriors, where she is not only in search of Jedi and Sith lore, but also for new truths related to her parents. It's explained that at one point in time, Rey is said to reach the Prime Jedi Temple, where she begins to meditate with the Skywalker saber. It's explained that Rey begins to hear the Force Ghost voice of Yoda in the distance, where the apparition of Yoda is said to eventually appear before Rey in this particular location, delivering a certain truth about her parents. It's explained that Yoda unveils to Rey that her parents were powerful Force users who were protecting Jedi lore, and were said to be connected to a terrible evil, and that their connection to this terrible evil is said to be within Rey. However, Yoda explains that she must find out the truth on her own. Additionally, Yoda reveals that Rey's mother and father were both killed by a Sith loyalist that was actually associated with a Dark Lord of the Sith, that her parents knew something vital about a particular Sith Lord's weakness that they were trying to expose, as well as trying to hide Rey from the Sith Lord. It's described to secretly be Palpatine, however Yoda does not reveal this at this point in time, and that Rey's parents are the ones who discovered an entire star system full of Force sensitives who could become a new generation of Jedi. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9, like I say, is that we will be getting brand new Jedi, Sith, and Force lore that's going to be used in multiple ways in order to really evolve the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren from start to finish of this movie. So this particular scenario, we have, of course, Yoda, alright, one of the fan-favorite characters in the Star Wars franchise, talking with Rey, delivering her, new vital information about Rey's parents and exactly what they went through and exactly what they were trying to protect and what they even discovered. Now, the thing that really stands out to me the most is how Rey's parents are said to be connected to a terrible evil. Now, this could very well allude to the leaks that we have been hearing about for a couple of weeks now, that Rey is going to be the granddaughter of Palpatine in this movie, and could very well and absolutely explain as to why Rey's parents are connected to such a terrible evil as Yoda explains to Rey. Now, the thing about this, though, is that this terrible evil is said to be within Rey as well, that is currently growing. As she actually goes into the Lost City, Yoda realizes this. So this most likely as well has something to do with Palpatine and of course Rey's potential as a dark side user, hence why we do get to see that dark Rey vision in the second teaser trailer that we got just a couple of weeks ago. So, with that being said, alright, the other piece that really stands out to me a lot as well is how Yoda reveals to Rey that her parents were killed by a Sith loyalist. Now, we actually talked about these Sith loyalists that will be a part of Palpatine's Sith cave and or his new, I guess you could say, throne room that's going to be on the world of Exegol. Now, that, once again, pretty much alludes to Palpatine being the one responsible for killing off Rey's parents, which could very well hence mean that he killed his own children and or child. And that's a very deep and dark part about Episode 9, is of course showing something more dark for the character of Palpatine. I mean, heck, in Star Wars Legends, Palpatine killed his entire family, so let's not forget about that. Now, with that moving forward, alright, the other piece that really, I think, will really tease of what's to come after the events of Episode 9, chronologically speaking, is that Yoda unveils that Rey's parents were the first to discover an entire new star system of new Force sensitives over in the unknown regions. However, it was nearly impossible to get to that point. That's exactly why Rey and Kylo Ren are using the Wayfinder devices in this movie that once belonged to Darth Vader and Palpatine, that allow one to find the unknown regions, and specifically the Beyond, which is said to be the very center of the unknown regions and the origins of the dark side and the light. And that's what's really exciting about this film, is that we're not only going to be learning more about Rey's parents, but we're going to be learning more about the origins of the Force, the dark side, the light, everything associated with the galaxy and how it all began. And the fact that they are tapping into that really does add in a different medium to the Star Wars franchise that fans have really never seen before in the Skywalker saga's history. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear them moans again.